Welcome to the Zephyr Partners at-home agent training module 1. The purpose of this training is to teach you how to download the MyAgent soft phone, which is the software you'll be using to receive and make calls for Zephyr Partners. First, we want to open up a Windows Internet browser. Then we want to enter into the browser address bar www.inlogin.com or inlogin.com. This brings up the login screen that we will see here. Each of you will be assigned a login username and a password that is associated with it. We're going to go ahead and log in right now so that you can see how this is to be done. This brings up the screen that has the various softwares from this product provider that we can use. We are going to use a specific one that's part of the way down the list, which is called the MyAgent exe file. So you will double click on this link to open up the download for this software. A window will pop up that asks you if you want to run or save it. We want to save this file. Another window pops up to ask you where to save it. I recommend saving it to your desktop, which is how I have mine set up now. So we'll click Save to do that. And there it is, saving it, and it should be done. If we go to our desktop, now we see a new icon that's the MyAgent icon. Double clicking on this will continue to run the setup of this software. A pop-up box appears and we want to run this software. And there is the agent login. Now this is the step that you will use every day as you log in to work for Zephyr Partners through this soft phone. There is a setup tab that is giving you a station ID. This is a number assigned to you based on the phone that you are using from home. Once we have that number from you, we will assign you a station ID. So let's go ahead and log in. You'll notice a screen popped up that says there are additional downloads and updates that need to be received. So let's go ahead and click on the download, and that is received. And there should be a second one, and we'll receive that. And now there is the access to your soft phone. This is the panel that you will see to interact with it. You'll notice a couple of different spaces. Right now it shows that we are idle and unavailable, as the red globe indicates you are unavailable. This little box here shows you how many calls are in queue or waiting to be answered. This box tells you the longest time of one waiting in that queue to be answered. And this box tells you the status of whether you're available or unavailable or on a call and how long you've been in that particular status. You'll notice that if we click unavailable, you're unavailable, but if we click available, the light goes green, that little globe, and you are now ready to receive calls. Although it is still idle in this screen, as a call comes in, you would then be able to answer and take that call. In order to make an outbound call, as in many offices, you need to get an outside line. By clicking New Contact, a phone call icon will come up, which you will click, and it will ring your phone. Once answered, you now have an outside line. I am using a VoIP method, so I've gone ahead and answered that, and now I have ability to make a call outgoing. There are a couple ways in which this can be done. First is this little keypad that you saw up there. I can click on it and click on the numbers to make an outgoing call. The second is just to use my keypad and enter the numbers in manually that way. And in either case, either on the pad or on this interface, you can click the dial to go ahead and make that call. Clicking cancel will hang up the call on any of the calls that you receive. When you are going to place someone on hold, this is a good point to know. Any action that you would take on a regular phone, you can take on this virtual phone. In fact, you will need to take on the virtual phone. You will not dial on the regular phone. You will not place anyone on hold on the regular phone. It will all be done off of this virtual interface. In another module, we will teach you how to place someone on hold, how to get a supervisor on the line and swap back and forth between the client and the supervisor if you need to ask questions, and also how to actually conference in the supervisor so the client and the supervisor may talk directly. But we will cover that in a different module. Let's now show you some of the other menu options available to you. Along with being available, unavailable, getting an outside line, you also have the option to view agent reports. This is where you can see your different productivity, your time card, and also any promises you have to make return phone calls to any of the clients. Making return calls is done by creating a promised callback. By clicking that promised callback, this pop-up comes up where you can enter the client's name, their phone number, whether you promise for you to call them back directly or for just someone in the skill group that is handling those types of calls to call them back. And the skill group pop-down box lets you decide which skill group that would be from. You can specify a specific date, you can specify a specific time, or you can specify a delay of only in minutes. On 5-minute increments, clear up to 2 hours from that point. Also, I would encourage all agents to enter notes when they are making a promise to call back so that they can remember what the situation was and what they have promised. Once you've entered that information, this will give you the opportunity to click yes to schedule that callback. A few other options in the menu box are the different websites that you may use in order to process payments and other things that you will be doing for the clients that Zephyr Partners has. When you are done for the day and you have made yourself unavailable, you can go ahead and click exit to exit out of the dialer. Thank you for joining us for our brief tutorial on how to download the My Agent software and use the soft phone.